All right, let's wrap this bad boy up with what should be the best game, but who the hell knows what the Bills are anymore? They should be a hungry team who should find a way to win this because they have to win this. We got Bills, we got Chiefs, two actual starting quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. It is the 10th worst matchup for Mahomes. It is the 19th best matchup for Allen, so both on the low end of bad matchups here. Josh Allen is probably the lowest I've had him all season at 3. I hate that matchup, but he has some rushing that should help him. Patrick Mahomes is the lowest I've had him since his rookie season. He is 7 right now for me. What do you think here? I've got them at 3 and 7.
Yeah, I much prefer they're 3 and 4 Mahomes, but that's not a confident 4. It's like the shakiest 4 with Mahomes. It's not happening this season, and they're struggling, and it's really coming down to like him and Kelsey. Like that connection is not doing what it did previously, so it's just causing issues throughout the entire offense. I think Tyreek Hill said it best, where he's like, if you stop Kelsey, like you stop the Chiefs offense, and we've kind of seen that. On the flip side, Josh Allen is just a monster. He's QB1 on the season. He's just giving you everything. The only team I really don't trust him against is the Jets. Other than that, I'm just firing up Josh Allen because he just produces massive amounts of points. So, yeah, it's Josh Allen.
Running backs. 12th worst matchup for the Bills. The Chiefs get the 14th best, so not great. Kind of middling matchups for both. I have Pacheco as RB8. I have James Cook down at RB16, and I don't really want anything else in this one. Fournette McKinnon is kind of a desperation. Hope he gets you a touchdown. Kind of sit with CEH, but for me, it's an RB1 and RB2, and then I'm just passing on everyone else.
Yeah, I should have the exact same rankings as you this week with these guys. If you really want to go for a touchdown with Murray, sure, you can shoot for it. He only has one rushing touchdown in the year, so that seems highly unlikely. But yeah, it's those two. Pacheco's been really good, and he's just been, one of the better fantasy running backs. He's RB10. I think Cook is RB. What is he on the season? He's RB19, so he's been fine. It's just you just kind of know what he is. He's a high end RB2 most weeks, so you just fire him up.
17th best matchup for the Bills receivers, 5th worst for the Chiefs receivers, which is going to have Diggs as my highest in this by a mile. Diggs is at 5. I can assure you my next highest is going to be Rashee Rice. It is. He's at 26. So I have a high end wide receiver 1, a 2-3 kind of borderline there in Rashee Rice, and Gabe Davis as 36 if you are desperate. I don't really want any other Chief. I don't want any other Bill. That's where I'm going for sure. Diggs is a must start, and Rashee Rice is a can start. But Rashee Rice is someone where I'm sure there will be leagues where he's on my bench this week.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. He's pretty close to the rankings, actually. He is wide receiver 24, Rashee Rice is. Diggs is 4. Like, you know what you're getting out of Diggs, so, like, you just fire him no matter what. Rice is interesting, and then, like, we talk about Gabe Davis all the time. This is a bad matchup, so do not start Gabe Davis. This is not the week to start Gabe Davis. He's wide receiver 40 for me. When you get a good matchup, you fire him up. When you have a bad matchup, this is Kansas City's bad matchup, you don't start him. So, like, that's why
you just quoted my Fantasy Pro Sleepers and Duds article. There are good matchups for Gabe Davis, and there are bad matchups. This is not the matchup to play Gabe Davis. Word for word, you just said what I wrote. That is exactly what I said. There are weeks where you can start him. This isn't one of those. This secondary is legit. This is not a Gabe Davis is going to break one long touchdown and get behind the defense. That's not going to happen.
It's not the draft game from a few years ago.
Tight ends here. Whoops. Dropping shit. Tight ends, 7th and 8th worst matchup for the tight ends. Don't care. Travis Kelce is my 1. Dalton Kincaid is my 6. I'm firing them both up. Obviously, Kelce is the highest. Kickers. Butker gets the 7th worst matchup. Tyler Bass gets the 3rd worst matchup. Having said that, Butker's still my 3. Bass is still my 5, so I don't care. The DSTs, we have the 3rd worst matchup for the Chiefs. We have the 12th worst matchup for the Bills. I prefer to avoid both. The Chiefs, because they've been so good, still managed to be 13 for me. The Bills are all the way down at 22. I don't want to play either if you can. Avoid both. So that's how I fall on that. How about you?
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare playing either one of these defenses. The quarterbacks are too good. Like, I just don't want to do it. Let's talk about Dalton Kincaid for a little bit. He's tight end 8. What I am worried about is Knox usage because Knox is back and he's healthy this week. It is a different offensive coordinator, so I have no idea how it's going to shake out. Like, they're not going to run 12 personnel at the highest rate like they were before. But just keep in mind the floor might be a little bit lower with Kincaid this week with Knox fully coming back.
I agree 100%.